Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Morning Brews. On today's Slow News Day, Rodri is out for the rest of the season. Where do Manchester City go from here? Arsenal love to waste everyone's time. And Tottenham on Tour's world-famous fan forum, where we actually ask people their questions or answer questions. Tune in here. Welcome back to Tottenham on Tour, your world-famous Morning Brew Show with myself, the Cough, and, of course, the Roadman, bringing you a very slow news day because there's literally nothing to talk about today. So what we did is we were like, we're better than Tottenham here. So we're going to do a fan forum where people can actually answer your questions. So before we get to the couple of bits of news that we've got at the start of the show, if you do wish us to ask us a question, ask us stuff, please don't make it political, and at TOT at the beginning of your question so Dave can see it, so he can star all your questions, and we'll go through them quickly, unvetted, unrestricted, except for the political thing, and let's just have a laugh. Let's have some good questions, and we'll get through anything you want, any topic except politics, and we're going to get through. But Dave, how are you doing this morning?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Good. My daughter had a football tournament yesterday. Unfortunately, it didn't go the best. No, unfortunately, it didn't go well for her, but she had a great game. She was doing well. She played in defence. Another part of the school, which they had two teams going on the day. They put one team which was full of the actual, proper football kids in there, and the ones who were doing football outside of the school and everything. And they actually won the tournament, so they're now going to represent the whole of this county in a big competition down in Aberystwyth, which is going to be fantastic. But yeah, my daughter had a good day and she enjoyed herself, and it was really good to see.
Great stuff. But let's see who's now in the audience to take us through the show. We're going to get through these couple of news bits because literally I don't care about these two bits of news. We got a near bands in the house. Good to see us out in Kunku. We have Corey Boy, YouTube member. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. We have the Bertie Hotspur. Be up everyone. Smash a like, subscribe, cash out, Levy, and take Donna, Ange, and the rest of you. Enough is enough. We deserve better. Good to see you, Bertie. Good to see you, Bertie. We've got Andrew Gregory's in the house, YouTube member. Morning, Ben and Dave. I started to watch the Levy stage managed propaganda exercise last night. The PR bullshit was making me so angry, I had to switch it off. I don't even care. I don't even watch it. Literally, I'd rather watch something else. We have Paul Clark. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, Paul Clark. Hopefully you're well. John Ratcher. Good to see you. With this Levy fan form, I'm guessing people are for him and some are against them. Absolutely, mate. We have Corey Boy giving his 5 weeks since joining the gym, swim every day, twice a day, 3 times a week, and I'm down a stone and a third, 1.3 stone down. Good to hear, Corey Boy. Good to hear you, mate. Keep going, keep going. Borada, Colin. Borada. Good to see you, Rinketic. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you, YouTube member. Tavrock on Wembley 1. Still eye rolling and face palming after hearing what took place at the Great Fast of the Fans Forum. We have Richest Man. Good to see you, buddy. YouTube member. Showtime. Sean Slater, YouTube member. The Sheriff's in the house, YouTube member. Are these questions vetted with generic answers? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They'll all be about Star Wars and Star Wars and Star Wars because that's all we've got to talk about. We have Medic Greg saying cheers from Florida. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Until I fell over.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, MC has a problem with her leg at the moment. We're waiting to find out why. But yeah, as we were walking onto the field, it was uneven ground and she actually fell over. And I didn't know because I was walking and there's kids shouting, so I didn't hear her. And then some guy ran and said, "Oh, she fell over, take around, and she's on the deck." So yeah. But she's all right. She's all right.
We have Jimmy Hotspurs in the house. Good to see her. Good to see her. We have Fran, YouTube member. Good to see her. Adiz decided apparently we might play a B team tomorrow. Great. That's what we need. That's what we need against Karabag. We have Adiz. Good to see her, mate. Good to see her. Carabao Cup draw is today as well. better give my missus a shout out as it's her birthday. Happy birthday, Mrs. Showtime, the silkiest voice in all of Spurs YouTube. Good to hear. My question isn't grammatically correct, but I think you get the gist. Absolutely, mate. We'll try. Let's get through the news. So Rodri is out for the end of the season. Where do you think this goes with Manchester City?
It's a big loss for them. For me, Rodri's pretty much one of the best midfielders in the Prem, if not the best.
He's the best midfielder in the world. He's the best in the world.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's it. I was trying to be a bit coy about it, but yeah, he is, and it's a massive loss for them. But it's City. They'll either buy someone just as good in January. They'll find a way to do it. But the fact that they've lost De Bruyne and they've lost Rodri, I feel like they can struggle. They'll still win, but they'll struggle with games. And it's a shame. And
they really could have used with Alvarez now, couldn't they? They could really use an Alvarez. Just another player to play in that number 10 role. Just really, yeah. And of course, Arsenal are the biggest time wasters in the entirety of the Premier League.
What can you say? You know what I mean? It's how Arteta set him up this year. He's understood something, and that's when it comes to playing a game of football, right? Yeah, the more the ball's out, the more chance you have to win, right? Because if you get a goal like they did, and if you watch them against City, if they weren't get that red card against Trossard, which again, that is the most stupidest thing to do. When you're on a yellow, like Rice did, was to tap the ball away. Like, are you dumb? You know what I mean? Like, get a yellow card for snapping a player. Get a yellow card for stopping a player running to get a goal. To get a yellow card for tapping the ball away to slow down time. There's dark arts, there's shithousery, yeah? And there's a correct way to do it, which they do it a lot of the time. Complain about it as much as you want, it works. But doing it like that, you're just stupid, unfortunately. So, yeah. Hey, leave them to it. The refs are onto them. The refs have got their number. And if they carry on doing it, it's going to end up worse for them because, like against City, you can waste all the time you want, but sometimes it doesn't work out. And it didn't for them. City got their goal and they lost 2 points because of it. So there's being smart and, yeah.
Let's go to the questions then. Let's go to the question. We have Rinketic. Varane has just retired. Is he underrated because Man United effed it? No, he was a very good defender at Real Madrid and his legs just went. It happens. Jan Vertonghen it happened to as well. I absolutely love that man. But under Jose, his legs went. He could not play at a top level anymore. You could see that. He didn't have the pace. He didn't have the fluidity. It happens, doesn't it, Dave?
Yeah, it does. I mean, great defender. I mean, I don't think United messed him up either. It was, you could see when he joined United, his legs were already gone. And he still did a job there, albeit it wasn't the best. It wasn't Varane you've seen back in the Real Madrid days, but he still did a job. And I think at times footballers know, like he said, well, like Romero said, that since he got his this new bad injury, it's time to look at retirement because you don't want to mess your body up.
Yeah.
That's the one thing you don't want to do is mess your body up so you're permanently injured, if that makes sense, for the rest of your life. He's got enough money to live now. He'll probably do things outside of football. He's probably got other businesses, what have you. But yeah, he just, time came. Yeah, and a lot of players understand that. So yeah.
We got loads of questions. We're actually going to answer.
Great. Them. Keep them coming.
Roadman, Wales versus Spurs. Who are you rooting for?
Oh, really? I know. Yeah, come on. That's a hard one. Obviously, I'm going to root for Spurs at the moment because we've got more games in the season. Wales, unfortunately, probably won't make any major competitions. But if we were in competitions, I'm rooting for Wales as well. It's not one or the other because obviously Wales don't play all the time. But yeah, if Wales are on and it's the Euros or something, of course I'm rooting for them. I'd love to see Wales do something. So yeah. Country over club.
Yeah, absolutely for me as well. I totally agree with you. Always. Why would you support your grandparents over your parents? Spurs are where I go every week. You go to your grandparents every 2 months, whatever it is. Yeah, I'm supporting my club. We have Richest Man. What time would you recommend to distract me from the agony of being a Daniel Levy run Tottenham Hotspur? Ooh, this is a good question. Personally, I would take up the art of crocheting and just make some really lovely art pieces, like my crochet eel hat. That's what I would do.
Hold on. Excuse me? Why have we not witnessed this on live yet?
We have seen this on live. It just looks ridiculous.
I haven't seen it.
I'll send a picture of you after the stream.
Yeah, send me a picture. Send me a picture. I haven't seen it. For me, well, I just play games, really. I sit here in this office of mine. It's not. It's my bedroom with a wall there. And I play computer games.
Yeah, I love
videos on YouTube. Oh,
I love my games. I love my travel videos. Track trendy.
Yeah.
Love trendy.
Oh yeah. But me, I love watching stupid videos on YouTube. You know, like not to get political or anything like that, but you know, like woke people get looking stupid and people failing.
Those ones, yeah.
I love them, mate. I love them. I just think they're fantastic.
I can just imagine you giggling to that. But
oh yeah, I do, mate.
We have Sean Slater's got a really hard-hitting question. What is the biggest achievements in your career of Morning Brews? Okay, right. I'm gonna say this hat becoming a mainstay of the channel because I love this hat. Some of the rants I've had and freeing the sausages.
Fair enough. For me, biggest achievement on Morning Brews was someone said the other day that I had very good football knowledge. That's a great achievement. I don't. I just talk utter nonsense, and sometimes it makes sense. Sometimes it doesn't. But yeah,
I never make sense, everyone. I never make sense, especially what I just said.
I just think I know this sounds a bit cheesy, but it's genuine. Like just the people behind the scenes who I've become great friends with. You know what I mean? They're really incredible people. The amount of people I met through this are fantastic. Yourself, Sean, and others. And yeah, it's just great that the community we're creating. And I get a lot of nice messages. Tweaky sends me nice messages. Other people do. And yeah, I just think there's a lot of great people a part of this. And it's nice to know them.
Absolutely. Yeah. The next question. We have the Sheriff. Did Emsy get booked for diving?
No one's, well, only one person seen it, but yeah, she should have. It was a terrible dive as well. I mean, it was proper. Oh, it was weak, like, you know what I mean? When you go down, you got to go down properly.
Ronaldo, or was it full Didier Drogba?
It's more Basuma. It's more Basuma, you know? No one around her. Straight on the deck. And yeah. Save our sausages.
Do like sausages. Sausages is great. Colin saying, how many members are from God's country? Or is it only myself and David? Lima Ohid. I think that's what that says.
Omar Ohid. Omar Ohid. I can't sing. I shouldn't have done that. Sorry, everyone. That was appalling. No, it's just me and you, I think, Colin. And MZ's, well, she's been here 12 years. Well, 11
years. She's basically Welsh.
She's basically Welsh. Her English accent's pretty much gone. And she can actually differentiate between words now, which is good. And she knows a little bit of Welsh, so that's good.
In it. Well, let's go. Yeah. Let's go. We have Medic Greg. Still not 100% footy knowledgeable. Can we still sign free agent unassigned players? Yes, you can. So players like Adrian Rabiot are still able to be signed if we desperately need them. And yeah, you can sign some of those players. Next question. We have Matterson Edwards. Which comic book supervillain would make a better chairman than real life supervillain? That is Levy. Doctor Doom would be a very good chairman. I'm gonna go. Oh, it has to be comic book.
Yeah.
I was gonna go Handsome Jack of Borderlands, but I love Borderlands. I'm gonna go You go first, Roadman. You go first.
Oh, there's so many. I agree with Nketiah. Lex Luthor would be a good one.
Lex Luthor would be good.
Lex would be good.
Would be
Doomsday. Doomsday would be fun.
Doomsday.
Doomsday would be fun.
Technically, is Batman the villain of Batman versus Superman, or is he the hero?
Well, he starts out as a villain, becomes the hero, doesn't he?
Mm.
But to be fair, if Superman wanted to, Superman could have slept him easy. Seconds, like. So Superman held back. You know what I mean?
But Batman had prep time, Roadman. He had prep time. He could quite easily, if he wanted to deck Superman, he could have done it.
Yeah, he could have, but that whole fantasy, it annoys me that, if Batman had prep time, I'm sorry, when it comes to stuff, you don't have prep time. You can't pre-plan it.
He's Batman.
I know, but you know what I mean? Come on. If he wanted to, Batman would be dead a lot earlier if comic books were realistic. Do you know what I mean? But no.
But yes, halftime team. So I'm going comic book villain. I'm going to go Thanos. I want Thanos running Tottenham because he'll get rid of half the team. I'm very happy.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Right. Halftime team talk. Like and subscribe. Follow us on TikTok for all your TikTok needs. Anything else?
Sub to the coffee company.
Get Ben's channel up massively. Mr. Cousins, you've got the link. Shove it in the chat, please, sir. You got Mr. Cousins, the sheriff's in the house. And next question.
No, get into that chat because some of the people's answers to that question about the thing are really bloody good.
Okay. Megamind,
Robotnik, Goldfinger,
Cobra Commander. Yep.
MZ says Ursula.
So as Alfred didn't slap up Superman. Could have just had Chairman Homelander. Batman wouldn't exist if the comic books were. Yep, he wouldn't. He wouldn't.
No, he wouldn't.
If DL had Thanos powers, he'd get rid of half the family. Yes, he would.
He wouldn't because he wouldn't have as much money. He'd get rid of half the teams in the press.
All the people he really don't like, he'd get rid of them, and then he'd bring some people that did like him, and then they'd only be grateful for what they've got.
Yeah, there's a question for you, Ben, because you know Disney. She says, but did she steal Ariel's voice, and that's similar to what he's done?
Ah, that's true. Good shout, MZ. Good shout. We got the next question. That's a really good question, by the way. Do you think Spurs have a genuine chance of the Europa League? From Bella. No, realistically. Every team that has a chance of being every team that's got in the Europa League has a chance of winning it. But I just don't think we got the squad to take part in two competitions.
No, realistic. Yeah, no, I agree, Ben. Realistically, no.
Out for it, and we ditched the Premier League. We got no reason why we can't win it. If we play our entire team every single Europa League game, we've got absolutely every chance of winning it. But we just don't have the squad to be in the league and play the Europa League and the FA Cup and the League Cup. We don't have the squad. No,
we don't. But yeah, there is that. Yeah, listen, we're not likely to win it. Okay, but there's chances because of just pure luck. You know what I mean? Certain teams lose their good players against us. Certain teams have a bad day, things like that. There's no chance of winning it, but there's always that, you know what I mean? It's for us personally, we're saying no chance of winning it. There's no chance. But with everything, there's always that little part that could go our way. And there is a possibility. However, it's nigh unlikely it's going to happen.
Yeah. Absolutely. But good question, Bella. Good question. We have Corey Boy saying, with this fan form, I feel even more discounted from the club I grew up loving. Do you guys feel it's Levy's edict's plans to replace us fans with, obviously, with new fans? I don't think it's his plan, but he wants to make Tottenham more. He basically wants Tottenham to be a money printer, and that's what he's done. That is what he wants. He wants people that go there. I personally believe within 20 years, season tickets will no longer exist. And I think everyone going to the game has bought the ticket for that game, which means more people are more likely to go to the club shop and buy shirts because they're going to be new fans. He doesn't want fans like me that go. I did this with Kuva the other day. I've been going since I was 5, and I'm 29 now. I've been going every single season. So let's say 15 games over, what is it? I've seen over 500 games. I've seen over 500, 600 games for Tottenham. He doesn't want me there. He wants new fans that are going to go there and have the novelty of going to the stadium for the first time, which is fantastic. I've always said this. If you are someone that's never been to Spurs before and you're coming from abroad to go and watch it, whether you're from America or Canada or New Zealand or Korea or all these different places where are Tottenham fans, if you come to the stadium for the first time, go and spend money in the shop. Go and do it. Because that will be the only time you get to go a lot of the time. You won't get to do what I do every single week. You won't get to do it. So enjoy it. It's your money. Enjoy it. But for someone like me that goes every single week, I can't stand it anymore. I'm not going to, unless I have to, I'm not going to get a drink in the stadium. I'm going to go to local businesses. I'm going to go to the local pub. Yeah, I'm going to use local businesses because that's what I believe personally as a businessman, because I own a local business. I believe in shopping at local businesses. I hate shopping at massive businesses. I want to stop local economy for local people. It's what I want. What's your thoughts on this, Dave?
Yeah, I mean, there is part of it where he does want that, because you got to understand one thing as well, is if you take away the passionate fans, the true fans, the fans who actually want this club to succeed, you get less noise in the stadium from when things go wrong, right? You've seen it in the past where when true fans are unhappy with the state of the club or unhappy with the situation, they let it be known in the stadium, right? And I think he does want to try and take away that in a sense, but I don't think he will be able to, because if you take away the atmosphere, you take away the true fans. And I'm not saying, you know what I mean? This is not about foreign fans. This is not about any other fans, you know what I mean, coming from abroad and stuff like that, some people call them fake fans. They're not. They're traveling a long way to
hate this. I really hate it when Spurs YouTubers, from the negative side and the positive side, it's both ways, both saying, oh, you're not a fan because of this, you're not a fan because of that. No, they are a fan because they're also miserable supporting this football club.
Yeah,
they're also like a fan. Don't discount others' opinions because they don't agree.
It's like me. A lot of people would call me an armchair fan because I don't go to games and stuff like that. I said when Levy and Enoch bought the club, I will never give them a penny of my money. Still to this day, I can be honest and say they've never received a penny of my money, and they never will. If new owners come in, then we'll see how they do. But I've never given them a penny of my money, and I stick by that. But I'd be called an armchair fan. But I am a fan. Yeah, I love this club. I love the badge, right? No player is bigger than this club, no manager, and no owner will dictate how I feel about this club. And that's the same for many fans. He will not be able to take away the fans who truly love this club.
I agree with that.
If anyone's willing to go to the stadium, right, and watch us lose a game and go back, they're a fan. See, the thing is, I think in a sense he does, but I don't think he wants to fully do it. It's because, you know, yeah, everyone's a fan. If you love the club and you are passionate about the club, you're a fan. Regardless if you go to the stadium. Even people who go and spend loads of money in the club shop get criticized, but they're a fan. If they choose to do that, then that's on them.
Actually, for someone like, for example, Kiwi Spurs TV, he's knowing these that by Kiwi, I know he's from New Zealand. That's a 15-hour, 18-hour flight sometimes. You can't go to White Hart Lane all the time. And if one day Kiwi Spurs TV, you're at Spurs, spend as much money as you want. Spend as much
Yeah.
money as you want. Enjoy yourself. This is for you, mate. It's for you. Do what you want to do with your money. Do what you want to do with your money.
Yeah. That's it. If the thing is, be a fan. Yeah. If you're a fan, you're a fan. Simple as, right? We want as many fans within this club. Yeah. The more fans, the better. Right.
Yeah.
That's the end of it, right? Regardless, you're a fan, you're a fan. What we're saying is Levy's trying to make it less about the football and more about the entertainment that comes with it. So you get people wanting to go who just wants to see the stadium. Okay, fine. That's up to them. But he will never take away the true fans of this club. He will never be able to replace any of them. The fans that have spent thousands upon thousands, season after season, not seeing our club succeed. He will never replace them, and he never will be able to, regardless.
Yep. Absolutely,
you know what I mean?
mate.
So, yeah.
That's a really good question. It's a really good question. We have Sean Slater saying, question, Roadman, are we watching the game together tomorrow? Ben, if you're not going, join us like pre-season. I am going to the game tomorrow. I will be going. But Roadman, jump in that chat. Go and watch it with this. And hopefully Mrs. Showman gives you a half-time show because it's the best thing about the show.
Yeah. But yes, we will do watch along tomorrow. I will set it all up. Don't worry about it.
And we don't mean a live watch along. We use the back end of StreamYard and we'll watch the game together.
Yes, we don't do live ones. No, there's no point. There's so many channels who do that.
But we would get cancelled immediately with some of the language.
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
especially from this man. Especially from him.
The youths were all shocked, weren't you? When in the background we were watching pre-season and how bad I was, they were all shocked. Like, it was great.
We have Jimmy Hotspur. What type of team we putting out tomorrow? I would suggest a weaker team tomorrow. I would suggest a weaker team, loads of kids, and we should be able to get through. We should be able to get through Karabakh. Absolutely should be able to get through them. Question: how can we remove Levy to finally challenge for titles? The truth of the matter is, it's going to be very difficult because he's making well too much money. We can try our best. We can protest. We can stop shopping at the club. We can stop buying stuff in the stadium. Whatever you think is your right way of sticking it to the owners, you can do it. It's freedom of speech as long as you're not personal and you don't abuse people. Like, for example, people wanted to do a protest outside Daniel Levy's house. That's not acceptable in any way, shape, or form. It's not acceptable. That's where his family lives. This is business, not personal. The moment, and like Daigle, the moment he's no longer chairman of the football club, I wish him all the best in his future endeavours. A la Vince McMahon.
Yeah, I remember when
whilst he is the chairman of Tottenham Hotspur, there are places you can protest, which is the training ground and outside the club shop. Those are the two places. Of course, join the supporters club. Join the supporters club. Join the supporters club and actually enact change. If more of us join the Tottenham Hotspur Supporters Trust and we make it the agenda of the Supporters Trust to get Levy to actually start back in the football team, because at the moment it's not an important thing, because none of the Levy outers are in the Supporters Trust. We need more people in the Supporters Trust from within that can make that change from within. That's what you got to do. It's got to be done by official channels. You can't just push them out. They earn too much money.
And for me, Ben, let me add some more to this as well, right? Is the only way you'll ever get an owner out of a football club is not just protesting, is by making the stadium empty. And unfortunately, with Tottenham, that's impossible. It's impossible. You can't ask people who want to watch their club to say no and leave. You know what I mean? You need a collective, and unfortunately, there's too many difference of opinions to make it a collective. And until the day he decides he no longer wants to be a chairman, then unfortunately, it's the way it is. But going on what you said, Ben, about attacking him personally, I remember the fan base found his daughter's TikTok.
Yeah, it's not acceptable.
The way that some people went at her, like it was her fault, was just so wrong. You know what I mean? Yes, we are all annoyed at leaving what he's done for this club, right? And everything like that. But the fact that you went after his daughter was just disgusting, and just don't do it. You know what I mean? Be vocal in your feelings. Yeah.
You've got kudos saying, but overseas fans protest outside. We're not overseas fans. We're not ultras from countries like this. It's not acceptable. It's not acceptable.
No.
Why are you subjecting his family to this? His family have done nothing wrong. His daughter's done nothing wrong. His wife has done nothing wrong. His family, the people in that area, have done nothing wrong. What have the people of Hadley Wood or wherever he lives done to deserve that noise at stupid time? What have they done? It's not acceptable. This is the breakdown of society. This is not acceptable.
No, protest as much as you want, but do it in the correct way. Yeah, we're not trying to tell people how they feel or whatever. That's not our intention here. We're just giving our opinions on how to do things correctly. But you go after this daughter, you go to his house and stuff like that. That you're doing something that is just wrong, because exactly like what Ben said.
Never mess with family.
You don't. It's just not right, and it's unfair. You know what I mean? And the same with his fan base, mate. At the end of the day, you don't bring people's families into their arguments. I've seen people say things about people's friends, say people about people's daughters, sons, mothers, fathers. You know what I mean? And there's no point. It's broken in doing it like that. Go after Levy, yes. Leave everything out of it.
But him
other than
as
that.
a chairman,
as a chairman, yeah.
As a chairman, as his job, as his go after his office, not after him.
Yeah,
he's just he's only doing what he thinks is best, but he's not doing what we want football wise. We got to go after the office, not the person. It's not acceptable.
Yeah,
not acceptable.
Exactly.
We're moving on. Do you think when it comes to fan forum that he actually answered real fans' questions that would be respected more? No, he didn't. Yeah, he would be more respected. He would be more respected if he answered actual questions. He'd be more respected.
Yeah. Of course he would. That's all. That's all we wanted from the fan forum is the hard-hitting questions that he answered correctly. You know what I mean? Even if we didn't like the answer, so long as he gave a definitive answer, like if someone said to him, "Yeah, in the transfer window, we were promised greatness. We were promised from early times at the beginning of the window that we were going to see a massive change within this club. Why didn't that happen? You spent more time lowering the wage bill than you did thinking about progressing this team to challenge for this season." Yeah. Now, if he answers saying, "Look, yeah, we wanted to, but due to the fact that we were struggling to get players out," or blah, 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 you could respect the answer. Well, if you didn't like it, it doesn't matter. You could respect the answer. We didn't get that, you know, and unfortunately, we didn't get them hard-hitting questions because, again, the fan forum is vetted. Everyone knows that. It's not hidden. It's not, you know what I mean, some secret thing. We know it's vetted by people who are going to ask the questions that Levy likes, and that makes it look good, you know?
Ben, when you're next in your coffee shop? Today. I'll be there today. So yeah, we'll be there. We'll be there. Ben, on learning to drive, I find brainy people find it hard to drive. No common sense. Do you fall in that category? I'm just lazy, mate. I can drive because I can drive. I just haven't. What I struggle with, and it's I don't know what it is. It's a form of anxiety, I would say. I cannot do high pressure situations. I cannot do exams. I cannot do them. Ever since I was GCSEs, even if I revised really, really well, I'd get into that exam room, the pressure of it, I would collapse. I'd collapse, not collapse as in like my brain would just stop working. It just shuts off. I can't do them. So driving it's one of the reasons why I think the driving test should be over a few months, not 2 hours. It should be like coursework. We're going to do this today. We're going to have a little examination on this. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. Because at the end of the day, you don't learn to drive just by passing a test. Driving is a really difficult thing. My girlfriend's dad is an IAM. He's part of the Institute of Advanced Motorists. You don't learn to drive until after you've got the paper. So for me, there's got to be more advanced motoring in learning to drive. For me, there's not enough.
Have you ever thought of doing a crash course?
It wouldn't
instead
work
of learning because but that's over days, isn't it?
It's over 2 weeks.
Yeah, so 2 weeks, you build up, drive every single day for numerous hours. Obviously, with your working and everything, it's much harder. But for me, when I learned to drive, it was hard.
Trying to get it. I really want to do it because again, it'll the reason I was really good at driving, but on the day I had my driving test, I had the worst flare up in the history of my life, and I haven't really gone back to it. So I've still got that mental block from that.
Yeah.
I've still got that mental block from that. I remember it to this day. It was one of the worst days of my life, and I'll happily say that. As that, then I spent a week and a half in
big
hospital.
up to you, mate. Big up to you, mate. It's not easy to say. Respect it.
I'm not hiding it. Question: TOT, the old Spurs White Hart Lane ground / players of yesterday or the new one and today's stars? Old school White Hart Lane. Old school White Hart Lane.
Yeah. I love the old stadium. I love the old players we had. And yeah, we still had torrid times there. Let's not make it out as if it was some dream. It was a torrid time there at times as well. We still had the same issues, but football was about the terraces. Football was about rainy days, standing with your mate, watching football, getting soaking wet and just enjoying it. Now it's moving from that. And it's not just Tottenham. Let's not just put this on Tottenham. Many of clubs are doing the same thing now. It's becoming more clean cut. It's becoming more fancy, white collar, however you want to call it. You look at Everton, you know what I mean? They've only just got taken over by new owners and they've already built a bloody massive stadium. Every club in this country, these £1 billion stadiums, they're going to be popping up now. You know what I mean? Because it's going to become more corporate. What they call the entertainment value that you can bring now is what they're all looking at. Levy's created that. Just like Sky Sports created the prices and everything like that, and how money came into football. Sky Sports created that. That's what Levy's done now with the stadium. Is they're going to he's created that aspect of entertainment over football, and a lot of clubs are going to go down that route. And it's not a bad thing, it's not a bad thing. You're generating millions and millions of pounds of income.
The new stadium, Dave. As much as I loved it, it was falling apart. The toilets in the old White Hart Lane were so disgusting. There was one sink for about 50 people. It was disgusting. It was falling apart. I know people say, but it was arse. It was disgusting. The bits were falling off of it. It was rusting. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, sorry, but medics, that comment, they will. But, at the end of the day, this is what it's going to be now, is entertainment. A lot of clubs are going to value that more than the football, because unfortunately, if you are not one of the topper clubs who have the money to spend, because that's the way football was brought into it through Sky Sports and that, then unfortunately, that's what they're going to move to, because that's how it's going to be, is they need to create money, financial fair play, other things like that. Clubs struggle. Owners get screwed over because they want to give their fans something. They want to compete, but they can't, because you've got clubs like, unfortunately, Man City, Man United, Arsenal, and that, even Tottenham, who can spend copious amounts of money, and other clubs can't compete. So that's the route we're going to go down, is they'll value stadiums and entertainment over the football for many years to try and build that with them.
Yeah. You have to. You do.
Unfortunately, this is.
You had toilets come to Ninian Park. We got to go for the rest of the questions. We're well over.
Yes, you do. We're running well over. It's great.
Dave, if you say you're not Levy in or Levy out, how can you say we won't give any money? He just hasn't.
Because I value my values over anything.
Absolutely.
ENIC is a corporation, right? Levy is the owner, right? I'm not Levy in or Levy out because I want change for the club, right? So I've said I won't give them my money. I haven't. I've stuck by my morals. A lot of people don't. I have. Excuse me. And I don't understand why that would be an issue when I won't give ENIC money. It's not that I'm giving ENIC money. I'm not giving Daniel Levy or ENIC money.
Yeah.
I don't understand why I need to give him money whether I'm in or out anyway. It's my choice. And unfortunately, I've said I won't give him money, and I won't.
We have a question. We have two questions from Rick. If Levy did not buy Yang and Son left within 12 months, would we still have a lot of Korean fans? I think we still had some, fans that already booked their tickets to come. But after, say, 2 years, I think they will stop coming because Koreans value their time. They're going to spend that much money to go somewhere. They're going to want to watch what they came to see. So I think if Sonny goes after 2 years, you'll see less and less. There are genuine Tottenham Hotspur fans from Korea now that will go and watch Tottenham, not just some. There are genuine fans there. Every fan is a genuine fan, whether they're there just for one player or whether they're there for the entire team. They're still putting money into the football club because that is what a supporter is. You're putting money into the football club. But I think, you'll see less Korean fans. You'll see less of them.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You would. But again, there is so many fans who generally from across the world who want to watch the football, who will enjoy the club. Sometimes they come from a player. Sometimes they don't.
Here we go. Next question from Renke. If Levy is outside with his family and you meet him, is it right to ask Levy about football since he is with his family? No, it is not. If he is out with his family and he's on a family outing and his family are there within earshot, it's not right. Say hello to him. You can say this. Don't question him on business. It's business, not personal. When he is out and about with his family, if he is on the train, it's personal business. Don't touch someone when they're doing personal business. It's not acceptable.
You're more than name calling and stuff like that. You just don't do it because you got to differentiate the private life from the business life. Yeah, you just exactly. People, you know what I mean? They're saying in the comments. I agree with it. Family time's family time. His family didn't choose to own a football club and not give the fans what they want. His family are just a part of his family. They're nothing to do with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Question. Why do you think people are turning on Big Vic? I think it's because our defending at set pieces. That's why they're turning on it. And I think this is down this is down to Ange Postecoglou. Straight up. We need to learn to defend corners better. Yes, we have got better this season. The team we have played that's good at them scored against us. And teams that are good at them will get goals against us. But I think Vic needs to get a bit stronger at corners. And I think he's making too many silly... he just needs to work on his game. I still think he's a very good keeper, but I think he needs to act on some things. What do you think, Ryan?
I agree. The thing is, we're going to have people in his fan base who will find... And, they have certain players that they'll have an agenda against, right? With Vic, it's not like it's a full-on agenda, but because of issues where other players are doing great, other players doing good, he's the one who looks flappy, he's the one that looks like making mistakes, then it's criticizing him for that. I don't think fans are turning on him fully. I just think they're worried because when you look at sorry to bring him up, but when you look at a goalkeeper who's doing really well, and David Raya, who looks solid, who looks like he's performing very well, and obviously we looked at him. Fans get that into their head. Fans think back to what could have been and what is, and I don't think it's a full-on agenda. I just think fans are frustrated at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Before the window, we were...
I wish we could ask...
What happened? Daniel Levy, mate. Daniel Levy.
I wish we could have asked Levy that. But again, we only hear stuff like this.
Flappy means he's not strong. When he's coming out for the ball, he's flapping for it. His hands are not strong. He needs to come out.
He's like a bird flapping in the water.
Come out, strong hands, claim that ball, claim that area, and then bring it down. He's got a bit of passion. He's got a bit of that Italian
I agree.
Passion.
He's got no competition either. I agree that that's a big thing for me, right? For a footballer to perform well, they need someone sitting behind them ready to take their spot, right? Forster will never take the spot of Vicario, right? We had it with Hugo Lloris. Who was always behind Hugo Lloris was Paulo Gaza. I'm not going to say his full name because a lot of people want to do stuff and get trouble for it. You can't say it on X anyway.
What's his name?
Paulo, hey, I know, but you can't. You get banned. So many people get banned for saying it on X. Yes. Yes, if you say his full name, you will get banned on X, mate. It's ridiculous.
Really?
Yes, yeah.
Really?
But that's who Hugo had behind him, and he was never going to take his spot. You need players behind the front player to say, if you drop the ball, if you're struggling and you're not performing, I'm going to take your spot, and I am. Unfortunately, with Tottenham, we never have them sort of players there.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah. Vicario is making really good saves, but the problem is the set pieces because we're not coaching them properly. And the final question from Kuva. I've been to Wales about a dozen times for a combined about 40 to 45 days, and I've never seen the sun appear. This is where Mordor is found? Yes.
Why do you think I've got a big beard? I have extremely long hair, which I'm getting cut today, by the way. Yes, this is my hair. It's extremely long. Yes. I'm not a hobbit. I'm not a hobbit. I don't have hairy feet. I'm not a hobbit. What I am, is I am a dwarf.
I like it. We can be the dwarves. I like it.
We're dwarves, mate. We're dwarves, yeah.
We're dwarves, 100%.
Yeah.
Kuva's definitely one of the dwarves.
Yeah.
Kuva's
MZ's my Balrog. MZ's my
Balrog. But on that note, guys, thank you all so much for your questions. It really means a lot. We got through it as quickly as we physically can. We will be back tonight for Evening Brews with Brian Daigle if he is fit to go tonight because he was exhausted yesterday. But we will hopefully be back for Evening Brews. Thank you all so much for subscribing. Please remember, if you can, to please subscribe to the coffee company. We did some good stuff. Myself and Kuva did a really good video on Football Heritage TV yesterday, which was really, really fun. So that was a really good time. So you can subscribe to me there. Go and watch my stuff. We're going to do a daily. We do Brewing Bollocks today, so it's going to be a bit of light-hearted fun. Who's the Muppet? Darren and Karen, all that shenanigans. So join us over there. Thank you all so much for watching today's show. Have a great rest of your day. Hit the catchphrase, Roadman.
Just quickly, remember, what we speak about is our opinions. We value yours just as much. We hope you value ours. Domani Mind.
And as always, if you smell what the cough is brewing, thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Ciao for now.